I feel like anime sort of gets a bad rap a lot of the time, and that's kind of understandable, because if you don't watch anime, and you haven't had a friend who introduced you to the good stuff, and you've just been seeing, like, anime memes, or if you've watched Naruto, which is just a ton of weeb ninja shit, or Dragon Ball Z, which is a lot of screaming, or any of those anime that are just straight fan service, it looks weird, it looks like trash. I mean, every medium has that, but for some reason, that is what the forefront of anime is to people that don't watch a lot of it. But that's kind of upsetting, because I feel like anime can tell stories that a lot of different mediums just don't. Anime tells a lot of stories that other media like live action or even just normal cartoons don't, because of it being from overseas. A lot of the stories are very bizarre, so if you're tired of common and like normal TV and movie tropes that are in the West, or really just in general, anime can really mix that up, because it is really its own medium. Dorohedoro is the best example for how weird anime can get. Dorohedoro is about a lizard man trying to figure out why he's a lizard man as he explores through a city called Hole, where wizards test their new magic on defenseless victims. And if that's not weird enough for you, the main bad guy has the ability to turn people into mushrooms, which doesn't sound too scary until apparently it is. But despite how weird this all sounds, anime, for the most part at least, doesn't take itself too seriously, so it's still pretty enjoyable, and if it wants to take itself seriously, it definitely can. I don't think any media has made me cry more than anime. I can't even name all the anime that I've cried to, because that list is very, very long, because I'm a very, very big bitch. But I seriously don't think any media has made me cry more than anime. There are some emotional and brutal ass anime out there. Like, seriously, I've cried during Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, The Promised Neverland twice, Made in the Abyss, and Devilman Crybaby. I think the reason anime makes me cry so much is because anime characters are just more varied than characters in most other mediums. For example, 3 of my favorite characters of really any medium at all would be Mugen, Space Dandy, and Norman. And I don't think I'm ever going to see a character as calculated or as willing to sacrifice things as Norman is. I don't think I'm ever going to see anyone as lively and with such an interesting fighting style as Mugen. And I don't think I'm ever going to see anyone as crazy and loud and upbeat as Dandy is. So if any of those characters die, then you don't know if you're ever going to see anything like that again in anything ever. Which is why it's so intense whenever these characters die, or whenever they get hurt, or whenever something happens to them, Because you want to see more of what they have going on. Since we're on the topic of characters getting hurt, I think this is a good time to bring up fight scenes, which is another reason that I really like anime. I know I just shit on Dragon Ball Z, but at the same time, that is not on the same level as something like Mob Psycho's fight scenes, or Samurai Champloo, Afro Samurai, or a million other anime, so I am going to talk about them, because that is one of the main reasons I enjoy anime so much. In anime, there isn't really anything holding people back as there is in live action, because there is no gravity. They don't have to worry about buying a ton of props for it to work out. They don't have to worry about getting a green screen. They don't have to worry about a million other things. All they need is a group of skilled editors, a group of skilled animators, and a really good idea, and they can sort of make it work. And obviously a shitload of money. But in comparison to something like in live action, it is way cheaper, and it is way prettier, and it is way easier to make. Like, you can get movies from, 2 years ago, like Black Panther, that look like a fucking PS2 game, and then you can get something like, Afro Samurai from 2009 with a budget of $5 million, which still looks amazing and has some of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in my goddamn life. So, I'm just gonna throw that out there. I think those are the main reasons that I watch anime. Good fight scenes, emotional investment, interesting characters, stories you can't really get anywhere else. I feel like those are all some pretty decent reasons, but I am really shitty at explaining a lot of things, so if I couldn't get my point across, I'm sorry, but I tried. And if you need a couple anime to start off with, at the end of the video, I'll link probably my 5 favorite anime. So, peace.